That's the windshield wipers. This is another episode. I can't really see. We have heavy foggy dew. Foggy dew. That sounds like an imaginary soda from a bad B movie. Let me have a couple of bottles of foggy dew. Alright, so it's just heavy dew all over everything. Like, I thought it was frost. I was like, how can it be frosty? It's like 55 degrees, which is awesome. Alright, day in the life. Off we go. Today, there's a tennis match. So you know what that means? That means it's time for another tutorial on how to do sports, photography stuff. I'm gonna have a little comment when I get to my desk. I'm gonna make a little comment about thermostats. I made this comment a year or so ago. Some of the students in my classes just apparently they miss something in their acculturation into society that includes thermostats. We're gonna talk about that and what else we're gonna do today. You never know. But it's time to turn this off and get out of the neighborhood. Catch you in a minute. Alright, we have made it. Seagulls. Northern Indiana. So there's the gigantic Lake Michigan. But I've seen seagulls in little ponds in Memphis. I've seen seagulls in Southern Illinois. I don't know why we call them seagulls. Maybe we don't call them seagulls. Maybe I should just look that up. Maybe they're not called seagulls anymore. Maybe they're just gulls, like ring-billed gull or dwarf pygmy black. I don't know. I'm making that one up. I definitely feel like we need, or at least I need. You should get some too. Coffee. Coffee. And as always, I must wait for it to cool down before I scald my mouth with it. I mean, if I wait for it to cool down, then I won't scald my mouth with it. Let's do that. Flip the screen back because I cannot not look at myself. It's late today. Woo, 6:17. I'm just getting to the first cup of coffee. And so I usually don't upload my videos from here. I mean, I do sometimes. In the science videos, I do that for sure, but I need to upload a video today, and I'm just going to do it. The director of technology and one of these principals, they said that everything was cool. Pretty much, just don't mess things up. I'm trying not to mess things up. Messing things up seems like a bad idea. Speaking of messing things up, we're going to talk about thermostats. Now you think right off the bat, what? This is a stupid topic. Yeah, but see, the problem is, it is the 21st century. Thermostats are becoming digitalized. They're becoming like I can control the thermostat at home from my smartphone. But there's still thermostats on the wall, and apparently not everyone exactly understands how thermostats work. This is not a new phenomenon. This has been the story of my whole life forever. People will see, they'll walk into a room and they'll be like, oh, it's hot in here. And they'll set the thermostat down to like 59. Now, no one wants it to be 59. They want it to be, 70. And it may be, let's say it's 80. If you set the thermostat on 59, the air conditioner is going to run until it gets to 59 degrees. It's going to hit 70, and it's going to just keep going. Now, the problem is, it doesn't matter what the number on the thermostat is. The air conditioner runs, it has like 3 speeds. Off, fan only, on. It doesn't matter what the number is. The number just determines whether it's on or off. So if you want it to be 70, you put it on 70 or 69, and then it'll get to 69 and turn off, and then it'll warm back up a little bit, and then it'll kick back on. If you put it on 59, it's going to run until it gets to 59, and no one wants it that cold. Heater works the same way. If you walk in the room and it's 59 degrees and you want it to be 70, you don't set it for 80. If you set it for 80, it will run until it gets to 80. That's it. Kids come in my classroom like, oh, it's cold in here, and they go adjust the thermostat. So they want it to be like 70 or 71 or something, and they'll set it on 75, and then suddenly it's like really hot. And because thermostats are tied into computers now, sometimes that's a bad idea because you set it to 75 and the computer later on takes over or something. It's like just maintain temperature or something. I don't know what happens, but sometimes the thermostat in my other classroom, it just is like, just kidding. You can set any number you want. I'm doing my thing. So once you get it to 75, you may be stuck with that for a while. All right, that's it. I'm going to stop talking about thermostats. I got to upload my SNAPlife for today that I'm recording this. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, off to kind of a crazy start to this day. I got the SNAPlife uploaded. I know you've probably already seen it because if you're watching this one, you probably watched that one already. So going forward, like I said, I got the whole day of teaching. We do this thing on Mondays called Math Monday. It's kind of cool where we're actually teaching them how to use the math of science to tell the story of whatever the situation is. And it's kind of challenging for some of the learners who are used to just like putting down the answers. So this is like a little more than, I'm trying to emphasize the fact that it's kind of storytelling. All right, let's bring this episode to a close with a little meaningful moment that I'm going to illustrate with Operation No More Dad Bod. So over the last 2 months, I've been like 174, 175, 176, 173, 176, 170, that thing, which is kind of normal to fluctuate over, day to day. To fluctuate a little bit. It depends on how much you hydrated or whatever. So last 2 weeks, I've been a little bit off schedule. Obviously, I had the spring break thing where I went and did some pretty serious eating in Memphis. That was awesome. Check that out. So I weighed in this morning. I was at 179. So here is the meaningful moment off of the Operation No More Dad Bod illustration. Just because you mess up doesn't mean you give up. Just because you fall down doesn't mean you don't get up. Just because you miss a day doesn't mean you miss the rest of your life. People sometimes will set goals for themselves like, I'm going to go to the gym every other day, and so you're going along. It's the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and then the 9th comes along, and what happens? You don't know, but like suddenly, I don't know, you had a blowout on the way to the gym and you missed a day. You don't just go, well, that's it, never going to the gym again. You go back to your routine. You go back to the thing that was working in order to achieve the results you were achieving. You don't just give up because you mess up. You don't let, I had a 100 average in this class, but now I missed that one assignment, so I quit. I'm not doing anything else. I'm done. Go back to what was working and let that continue to result in the things that were resulting. Do the thing that was working to get the results that were resulting. Not the greatest grammar, but a pretty good soundbite. Do the things that were working to get the results that were resulting. That's it. That's the meaningful moment. Just because you gain 3 pounds doesn't mean you quit. The thing that worked for all those months from August until whatever this is, March, when spring break started, just because I messed up for 2 weeks doesn't mean I throw that out and go back. Oh, I'll just go back to what I was doing 12 months ago, which created the dad bod in the first place. So I'm going to go back to what was working 12 weeks ago. That's my plan. That's it. Go back to what was working. Just because you fall down doesn't mean you don't get up. Just because you mess up doesn't mean you give up. Don't let your mess up become a give up. That's it. That's meaningful. Tell someone that today. Just because you mess up doesn't mean you don't get up. I might tweet that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. But first, subscribe, notifications, and I love comments. Give me some comments, some questions, and suggestions. Out.